Karate is for self-defense and the defense of others, never to attack or force my will upon my fellow man. Instead, I seek the will of the Lord for all people, regardless of religion, color, or creed. I humbly commit my life as a warrior for the glory of the Lord, who has called me to his purpose and salvation through faith and grace alone. Welcome back to the Christian Karate Club Online. Today we're going to be going over our basic strike, which is going to be the Ram's Head Punch. When we go ahead and throw this Ram's Head Punch, guys, the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to start on learning how to make our fist. So when we make our fist, what we're going to do is we're going to start here with an open palm, okay, to the sky. We're going to make a fist by curling the pinky finger all the way to the index finger, all the way into the palm, right? Make sure it's nice and airtight, and then we're going to lay our thumb right here on top. Some people have tried to do this, they'll break a thumb, right? Some people try to do this, they'll break a thumb. Some people try to do this. Guys, you're going to break a thumb. That's all right. So we want to go ahead and make this fist, and we want this fist to close in around these two fingers so that when we turn this over and we strike with these two knuckles, that's going to give us the most backup support for these two knuckles. These two knuckles are the only ones that I want you to strike with right here on this face. These ones, you see how they kind of taper off. They're also hollow, kind of like bird bones. These ones are the only ones that are solid. So when you hit something, if you have to hit something, this is what we want you to hit with right here, okay? So when we train this, we're going to start right here getting the basics from square horse. So we're big step out to the right, okay? Slightly larger than shoulder width apart, okay? Bend your knees, not in, but out. Toes are straight forward on railroad tracks. You're going to make those fists, curl them up right here at your belt, okay? Just like we did in the basic stances video. Now, starting with that right side, we're going to go ahead and throw that fist straight out. Now, something to note is I want my fist to be perfectly flat all the way through, right? So I don't want something like this, because if I do this, chances are if I try to hit something, I might break my wrist, right? And if I'm doing one of these, if I hit something, I might break my wrist. Now, these are both really exaggerated, but it's really easy for me to accidentally drop my wrist a little bit and hit something and then cause myself a whole bunch of pain right here. Okay, so when we throw this, I want to make sure that this fist is perfectly straight. Like you can put a pencil across or a ruler across the top of this. Okay, we're going to go ahead and switch to the left side now. Ready? Switch. Okay, the other thing I want to look for is I want my arm to be perfectly center in the center of my body, as if it was lined up with my belly button. Now, this seems really counterintuitive, but this is a really important thing. This is called center line, okay? So if he tries to throw a punch and he's off center line, see how it's torquing his entire body? He's not going to be able to maintain that. While on this side, if he's got this thing perfectly lined up in his center, and I try to hit that with that same force, he's perfectly balanced, okay? But, same concept, if he's out here, it kind of torques his body a little bit. So we want to make sure that this punch is right here, dead center in our center line. Okay, we're going to switch back to the other side, go through your mental checklist. Ready? Switch. Okay, from here, make sure you're nice and flat all the way across. Okay, have somebody look at you from the side, make sure you're nice and flat right here. All right, and then you want to make sure that you're right here in the center line. Okay, not out here, but right here in the center line. Ready? Switch. Punch is center line, and we've got a nice flat wrist. Ready? Switch. Punch in center line, nice flat wrist. Ready? Switch. My punch is in center line, nice flat wrist. Okay, back to square horse, feet together. Okay, so that is how we're going to train the punch. So you're going to work on that a little bit. Now we're going to look at the punch from fighting horse stance. So if you guys could face towards me, okay, we're going to start fighting horse right side back. Okay, so stepping back, neutral, into fighting horse stance. So when we're doing this, again, you've got this fist upside down right here about belt level, this one right here at about where your chin is, okay? When you throw this punch now, we're going to do something called squishing the bug. What I mean is my trail heel is going to come up off the ground, okay? I'm going to turn my hips towards my opponent, but I'm not going to turn my toes this way. I still want my toe to stay as close to sideways as possible. In case somebody wants to kick this, I have the ability to turn it as opposed to here where it can only go back and hyperextend, right? So again, from fighting horse, as I throw this punch, I'm going to turn this again, nice flat wrist in my center line. I'm going to go ahead and turn my hip towards my opponent, okay? Double check. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring it back. Set that heel back down, okay? Okay, punch again, squish the bug, okay? Double check that my punch is in center line, nice flat wrist, okay? Punch in center line, nice flat wrist. All right, take it back. Ready? Punch. Go through your mental checklist. Nice flat wrist, punch in center line, squish the bug, toes are aligned. Nice flat wrist, punches in the center line, squishing the bug, toes aligned. Take it back. Okay, now when we switch sides, all we're going to do is just jump up and switch sides. There we go. Okay, you over-rotated just a hair, so go ahead and slide this foot forward a little bit. There you go. You want to keep that proper heel-toe line. Okay, we're going to throw it off the, other side now. All right, so you should have your right hand up. Ready? We're punching with the left hand right off this trail. Ready? One. Hold that out. Double check your punch. You should be nice and balanced. You should feel really stable, really comfortable right here. Okay, my toes are still kind of aligned this way. Squish the bug. My hips are towards my opponent. My punch is nice and flat, and it's right here in center line. Go ahead and take it back. All right, throw that punch. Nice flat punch in the center line. Very balanced. Toes are still aligned, and he's squishing the bug. Take it back. Go ahead and throw that punch. Right here. Nice flat punch in center line. Toes are still aligned, and he's squishing the bug. Take that back. Okay, ready? We'll face the camera now, guys, and we'll go right side back. Ready, go. Okay, so we got right side back. We're gonna go ahead and do a handful of punches. We're gonna do 5 per side, okay, just to work this technique. And instead of keeping it out there, okay, I want you to keep it out there for half a second, bring it straight back, because I want you to double check that it's right where it needs to be. Bring it straight back, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feet together. And that is the ram's head punch.